Holy cow! It is you! Oh my goodness! Welcome back to VW Farm. It's been a while, hasn't it? I thought today would be a great day to show you us rebuilding our chicken coop. We acquired more chicks, and it just so happens that the price of eggs keep going up, but ours are staying the same so far. I just made some cuts on the flooring, and I'm just going over my materials here, and yeah, let's go back and check out the progress. Come on. It is a slippery, icy mess out here, so everybody's sliding. Where do you think you're going? Oh no, we got a jailbreak. Yeah, it's just so much ice. Let's go check out the site of where this new coop's going. The new coop is basically going in the same spot. We're putting it right here because it's the flattest, best spot. We're gonna reuse this metal and basically take this metal, put it on this coop, and then tear down this old coop. It's actually gonna be pretty nice. We're not doubling the size, but we're putting on an extra 3 feet to accommodate the birds and nesting boxes and easier roost bars, etc. And we're building it like a shed style just on these skids of pressure treated 4x4s. Oh goodness, I can't talk today. This cold. It's about 20 degrees out, and it's been a while, hasn't it? So this is where it's going, and we're gonna start building. Okay, I got the base screwed into the 4x4s. I'm taking this piece of 5 foot and a couple inches because I want it 6 feet wide overall, and I'm putting that in the center. And then we're gonna run another 4x4 down the middle, and then we can start laying down the floor. What's the old saying? Is it measure once, cut twice? I don't know. I'm not a carpenter. And one of the biggest reasons why I chose this design is we're gonna have a solid floor covering the base. You know, we're in the country. There's a lot of predators, raccoons, fox, and we've lost a lot of birds to those predators. And this design worked great, but they dig underneath the hut or the shed and get the birds. So what this is gonna do is gonna seal the entire bottom and walls, so the only way in is through the door. There, all my joists are in, at least on this side, 16-inch on centers. Before I get too far ahead of myself, I wanna put that middle beam, really not main, in and get that where it needs to be, and then we'll screw it down on the other side and screw it into that middle beam. Gee willikers, that was a lot more effort than I thought it was gonna be. Now that that's in, we can screw it down into place, get those joists done, and then I think we're gonna call it quits for the day. What's up, Hector? Of course, when I turn the camera on, he leaves, but he's helping. He's like, is this my new crib, guys? And there we go. A nice solid base for our chicken coop. Whew, well, it snowed last night. Not bad. We got the floor painted, and I got the boards just on the other side of the fence. We're gonna get them laid out and see how it looks and screw them down. Chickens are in their coop right now just telling a story. I don't know what that story is per se, but they're telling it. I don't speak chicken. I got the floor all screwed down. Oh, take a seat here. There is a small gap right here on the edge. A small oversight on my part. When I did the math, it told me I needed 9 2x8s, but 2x8s at the store are actually 7 1/4. So I did my math wrong. I added a 2x6 in to help supplement, but there was still just, I don't know, I guess we'll find out, 1.25 inches that isn't covered. So I'm just gonna get a 2x2 later, pop it in there, screw it in, it'll be fine. So now, after all that work, we are going to start building the walls, which I'm very excited for. I got the wood ready. I carried a bunch of studs over. We're gonna build both long walls, and then we're gonna build one back wall. Whew! Now time to flip it over and do the other side. There. I got this wall built and studded. Now we need to put it in place. And I can see it going one of two ways. Easy or hard. It's just me out here, so. All right. This is a lot taller than I was anticipating. I guess now what I'm gonna do is unscrew the top and cut it down, because that's tall. Let me get this cut down. I'll get it put back together, and then we'll bolt it or screw it down to the platform here. All right, that is much better. That is not as tall as you can see on the camera, and that feels a lot better. And it's just about as tall as our old structure here. There, nice and secure. Now I have to repeat that for this side, and then we can build our back wall. This wall's done. All right, now I want to build this back wall here. I need to get a measurement for the top and bottom. Before my camera died on me last night, I was trying to explain. I got the back wall here framed, and then my camera died. So I got it framed and screwed into place to the structure. Now we're going to work on the doorway. That's looking good. This wall's done. Next, I'm going to work on getting my top plate for up here. That's going to help with our slant of the roof, and I think that's all I'm going to have daylight for today. So that is a foot taller than this side. That's going to allow us to have an angle coming down for snow load. Starting to look pretty good. Here's the door, and here's the header for the door. And like I said, we're going to reuse that tin for this coop, and we also have a little bit more. That's all the daylight I'm going to have for right now, but it's starting to look pretty good. I have our roof rafters hung. I was doing video on how to cut them, and then I cut them wrong. So I had to look up a video on how to cut them, and it'd just be easier to look up that video. I have the rafters hung and screwed into place, and I'm just putting on the, I think it's the fascia board, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. But it's been snowing so bad out today, I didn't film any of me hanging it, unfortunately, but they're up there. Mic check. Perfect. This board is almost 10 feet long, and I can't hang it by myself. So what I do is I take this clamp and I clamp it on one end. That way I just rest this board on the clamp and I can screw it up on one side, then get down to the other and screw it up there. That was kind of the workaround hack that I found worked best for me. Now that I have the one side hung, I can come over to this other side with the ladder, take the clamp off, screw that side in, and that side will be hung in as well. Then I can go through and finish up my middle. So now I have my corner in, I can finish up these middles. It's another day and another project for the chicken coop. We are building roost bars, and the way I build our roost bars is I just take these pieces of scrap that we have and I cut a 45 angle on them and just screw them right into the stud. And what that does is it gives us a nice platform to lay a 2x4 down. Now I always make our roost bars like this with a 2x4, and what this enables is the chicken can lay flat or curl their toes across the front if they want, and as they lay in the winter they keep their toes warm to avoid them getting frostbite. We've done this method for 8 years. We haven't had an issue, and we're going to continue doing this method. There are 1,000 different ways to do a roost bar. This is 1,001. This is the way we do it, and let us know how you do it down below. So I'm going to get the rest of these angles up along this wall, and then we'll get the board placed on, and we'll see how it looks. I have all my roost bar supports in place, and here's the platform. It looks pretty good. I like it. Let's screw it down. Now, I might need to add another roost bar, and we were going to put that along the back, but for now, this will work out just fine. We're going to see how many birds get up here and how much space they have. Next step, I got to get my furring strips up here on the roof. I have one furring strip here, and I'm going to put that on the bottom. Bottom's put in. Let's start the top. Okay, I'm going to finish up the top and then try to finish up the middle here. Well, I got the roof stuff in. I don't know what you really call it, but I am missing one little piece. It's always one. It's always one thing that holds you up. Okay, I got the roof on, and I'm using this clear panel for like a skylight. I was gonna film that, but a couple things happened. Hector, our goat, chewed on my mic cable and took the cord with it, so couldn't film with the mics. I also picked the windiest day to put that up, and it was going to be a bunch of wind noise, so we didn't film. But with that said, I also got this door on, and we still have to cut it out, and we're going to put the walls up. It's going to be a lot of work, so we're going to get started because daylight's cruising down. We're taking down this old structure and going to completely dismantle it. But for now, we're just going to get the tin off of here because that's what we need to continue building on to our regular coop here. Our new coop, I should say. You know, it's moments like these that are bittersweet for me. It's an end of one era and a beginning of a new. We're going to continue taking this down so we can start putting them on here. We'll catch up with you in a little bit. Mic check. Check. Well, a lot's happened. We got a lot of our walls up. Hector tried chewing on my new mic cable, as predicted. And our old coop is almost done. Well, down. Progress is being made. I also have the new nesting boxes out here. We're going to hang that as soon as we get the enclosure up. But it's starting to look pretty good. Well, it's the next day. The sun was dropping pretty fast yesterday and we were pretty stressed out. But we got a majority of the new the tin up on the new building here. We still have quite a bit of work to do. We have to get the sides and ends put on, but the inside looks great. We just got some pine shavings and I just put them down. This is their feed temporarily. And I just wanted to note that the nesting boxes have worked because someone laid an egg this morning. Here's their roost bar, and they were roosting all yesterday. I love this sunroof. It is providing a lot of natural light. Granted, this is still all open, which we're going to take care of here. But it is looking really nice in here, and I couldn't be more happy. This is by far an upgrade from the old Coop, and we have a solid floor, so there's no predators coming up underneath. We are going to add ventilation, and I do have a grate here for exit air. I read online somewhere that you should always exit from the bottom, because if you bring air from the bottom up, you're going to bring all that ammonia and poop smell upward, and that's going to affect the respiratory system. So we're going to bring in air high and exhaust low. Hopefully that'll remedy that. So for now, I'm going to get the rest of the tin put up and hopefully do some finishing touches. Check. It's funny how things work. We just had a huge thunderstorm come through and I had to clean up real quick. And well, it took down the old Coop for me. We had a tree break from right over there, took down this old Coop and broke part of our fence. In the meantime, we're gonna continue to cut this tree up so we can at least get the fence repaired. But I wanted to show everybody kind of what I got done. Along the front, I got the top all done. It doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't look good, but I'm really glad it's just a chicken coop. I got the back done, and then I started working on the sides, and yes, it is as terrible as it looks, but it's a chicken coop, and I think we are very pleased with it. I think it'll work just fine. So right now I'm going to focus on getting this tree cleaned up, and then I'm going to try to finish the chicken coop walls. Check. Mike. I got the top all done on both sides. I also have our auto coop door installed. Obviously with recent events, this is as far as I'm going to be able to get today. This is probably where I'm going to end the video. We're pretty much done here. We just got to do some finishing touches and get the wiring done. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Share the video around, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you on the next one.